Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm teacher Roslina and I'm a MUET teacher teaching the 6th formers in a school in the historic city of Malacca. Today we'll be looking at how to write a proper paragraph for your essay in task 2. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's first of all answer this question. What is a paragraph? A paragraph is made up of a group of sentences and all the sentences discuss only one main idea. All the sentences that you write, one after another, are all going to be related to that one idea. As a teacher, I get questions from my students asking how long should my paragraph be? My answer is this. It should be long enough to be able to develop that one main idea clearly. So as long as it is enough to explain the main idea in a clear way, that is how long your paragraph should be. Let's now move on to how to write a proper paragraph. Your paragraph is made up of 4 parts. Let's now look at these 4 parts. I will be explaining more about them later on in this video. So, the first part of your paragraph is your topic sentence. The topic sentence here is your content point for the paragraph. The second part of your paragraph are the supporting sentences. You write these sentences to back up your topic sentence. The third part of your paragraph is an example that you give to clarify your idea. And the last part of your paragraph is the closing sentence. Like the topic sentence in the beginning of your paragraph, the closing sentence is also made up of only one sentence. I know it's going to be hard to remember all these parts. So I would like to give you an analogy of writing a paragraph to building a bridge. Think of a bridge. So writing a paragraph is like building a bridge. You want to build a strong bridge. So the first main thing for you to do is for you to set the foundation. And the topic sentence is the foundation of the paragraph. This topic sentence is going to be the basis of everything that you write after that in that paragraph. After setting the foundation for the bridge, you would then need to provide support for this foundation. So this is what you do. Your supporting sentences are going to give support to the topic sentence, which is like the foundation of the bridge. So you're going to build support after support after support. And these are the sentences that are going to make your topic sentence much stronger and clearer. After this, you want to make sure that there are no potholes and humps on the bridge, and this is when you put in an example to your paragraph. This example will patch up anything that is still not clear regarding that paragraph. This example that you give will make your topic sentence become even more clearer. And last is to make sure that everything runs smoothly on the bridge. This is done by writing one closing sentence. The closing sentence mentions the topic sentence again, so that the reader is clear about the whole paragraph. The closing sentence will remind the reader again of the main idea you're talking about in that particular paragraph. So when you are writing a paragraph, think of a strong bridge. I hope this analogy helps. Let's now look at the parts of the paragraph closely. The first is the topic sentence. The topic sentence is your content points of the paragraph. So the topic sentence must be the first sentence of the paragraph. It should be in the first line and nowhere else. Also, the topic sentence is made up of 2 parts. It is made up of one topic and one controlling idea. Let's read this example here. Firstly, involvement in co-curricular activities after school can develop students' leadership skills. So this is the topic sentence that appears in the first line of the paragraph. If you can see here, there is a transition signal of the word firstly in the start of the sentence. The word firstly or first and foremost are used to show that this is your first paragraph of your first content point. Use transition signals like firstly, secondly, thirdly, next as signal words to start your different paragraphs. You can read more about these transition signals in my blog, and I will leave a link in the description box below. If this video is helping you in some way, then please click the like button and do subscribe to my channel, because it is going to help me create more videos to help you do well in this language test. So back to this example. You can see the two parts of the topic sentence. One is the topic, and the next is the controlling idea. The topic here is involvement in co-curricular activities after school, and the controlling idea is it can develop students' leadership skills. So this is the controlling idea, as you believe that the advantage of co-curricular activities is that it can develop students' leadership skills. So you're not going to talk about any other advantages like gaining more friends or improving self-confidence, for instance. The controlling idea here is it can develop students' leadership skills, and you will only write sentences related to this alone. The second part of your paragraph is the supporting sentences. Remember the analogy of the bridge? You are going to provide lots of support for the foundation of the bridge. Your supporting sentences are to provide support for the topic sentence. Add in 2 to 3 sentences for this. These sentences give more explanation of the topic sentence. So you're going to explain more and more about it to make the topic sentence become clearer. And your sentences here are with one aim, and that is to convince the reader to see and to agree with your main idea. The third part of your paragraph is for you to add an example. This is also part of providing support for the topic sentence. This example that you give is going to make your topic sentence become stronger. Apart from that, you are also making your writing more interesting. Your example gives life to your writing. I would like to add a point about examples here. As a teacher, I get students who write examples that are too close to them. Like they talk about an incident that happened with their little sister or what they did in school. Now, let me just remind you that this is an academic piece of writing, and so your example should be moving away from your personal experience. You would need to talk about what is happening in society, for instance. So the example that you give can be anything that you are aware of that is happening around you. It can be current issues that you read in the papers, and something that you are aware of that is happening online, for instance. To write your example, use words like for example. An example of this is, for instance, this could be seen, and etc. for writing your example. Next is for you to relate the example back to the topic sentence. Let's now look at an illustration of how you can write an example in your paragraph. Let's look at this example, and this is still talking about the same topic of co-curricular activities. An example of this could be seen when our beloved sportsperson, Datuk Nicole David, made our nation proud by being ranked as the world's #1 and the best squash player of all time. So this is the example given. Now you need to link back the example to the topic sentence. It could be done like this. These great accomplishments are certainly not easy to achieve, but they all started from her involvement in co-curricular activities after school and her continuous partaking in long squash practices, among other things. So the sentence here that comes after the example links this example about Nicole David achieving these different accomplishments and then linking it to the co-curricular activities that she was involved in when she was in school. Let's now move on to the last part of the paragraph, which is your closing sentence. The closing sentence is only one sentence. It signals the end of the paragraph, and this could be done by repeating the topic sentence again, but using different words. You need to rephrase it because you cannot repeat the same sentence twice. This one closing sentence of your paragraph makes the reader remember the most important idea that you have been talking about in your paragraph. You can start your closing sentence by using these conjunctive adverbs like hence, thus, or therefore. There are other conjunctive adverbs that you can use for this, and you can read the list of words in my blog. So let's revise how the whole paragraph is organized again before I show you this example of the closing sentence. So again, let me remind you of the topic sentence. Firstly, involvement in co-curricular activities after school can develop students' leadership skills. And what comes after that are your supporting sentences, and then the example that you give, and then linking this example back to the topic sentence. And this here is the closing sentence for that paragraph. Hence, a lot could be developed by encouraging students to be involved in co-curricular activities, like the improvements that could be seen in their leadership skills. This video ends here. Do check out my other videos on writing an essay. See you then.